Let's get into it, people. I'm booting up Scarlet. Just trying to try something new from Legends EA. I know everyone's been having a great time playing that, but sometimes it's nice to boot up some of the other games. I felt I'd check out Pokemon Scarlet again and saw there was a Clefairy outbreak with a pretty obscene amount of Clefairy down there. I didn't have to take a sandwich or anything. And I was like, you know what, I think it's time to stream, see what we can start off with. I actually don't think I have any shiny Clefairies in this game, so it'd be cool to catch one. Because look at how fast they are spawning in, man. Like, that's... Hopefully this hunt will not take too long. And I'll be able to notice that slight difference in his ears. Actually, wait a minute. Okay. Saw the new Pokemon Pokopia news today, showing off the gameplay. It looks insane. Like, being able to travel to a bunch of new islands means it's probably just procedurally generated, so we can get a ton of just like building mechanics. It looks like they're going after Minecraft, as well as the obvious comparison of Animal Crossing. We got that new Pikachu that they showed off, new Snorlax, which I'm really pumped for. Smeargle has an even cooler form, and obviously Tangrowth. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. I actually pre-ordered the digital version because that is something I plan on picking up day one. And if I'm gonna get like any amount of replay value out of that, which I think it'll definitely be a game I'll be going back to regularly, I think it's worth just having the digital version on there. We also have Black Friday right around the corner, so definitely if you're looking at, stocking up on some digital games or even physical games, I'd probably hold out for a little bit. Wait a couple more weeks because all those sales are going to start taking off. I always buy all the gifts for my family. I try to get all of my Christmas shopping done like right around Black Friday, just because that's when the sales hit. And then once Black Friday's over and I'm done shopping for everyone else, that's when I buy a couple things for myself. So I'll try to fill out more of my Switch library. It's funny, I picked up Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment the other day, and I still haven't touched it. I've just been so engrossed in Pokemon lately that I have yet to boot up the new Hyrule Warriors game. And I heard it was decent. I mean, not the best combat in the world. I'm not a big Hyrule Warriors person, but I do enjoy the Zelda story, and I do have fun, playing through that kind of environment. Maybe I can, let me see if I can boot up down here. Let's see how many pop up if I'm down here. So I like that it has a lot like spawning in, but yeah, no, that slowed down a lot coming down here. Let's head back up. There we go. I was like, man, just a minute ago I had no problem setting up a picnic. Maybe if I knock a few out, I can speed up the process. I haven't hit anyone yet. Ah, dang it. Wrong button. So that's the funny thing with going back to different games is you like totally forget what button does what. The downside to, you know, ZA is you're mostly just sitting on a bench, you know, loading into the zone over and over and over again. I really wish that they would put in like a battle strategy or like, you know, we have the sandwiches and stuff to help. Oh, the rain stopped. Yeah, no, Pokemon Pokopia looks just absolutely incredible. I'm very excited for it. And then we have, what is it, the DLC for ZA drops in December, so next month. And then I think February we're getting the 30-year Pokemon anniversary. Will be taken off. March we'll get Pokopia. So it's going to be a solid year for Pokemon games. Oh my goodness, look at all them. Come on, I know it's around here. Let's just do it down here. Make my life a little easier. And then I'll just run back up. I'm gonna spawn back in. I also saw that Elestrial's campaign just ended with, I think they made like almost 1.5 million. Like, that was wild to see. I'm so excited for them because I used to watch a lot of A-Drive. You know, I'm big on streamers that want to put in to help like charities and stuff, like especially helping out kids. I always donated to all those streams that I saw he was running, and seeing that we have a professional shiny hunter making a game where you basically like, it's a Pokemon clone, and he's really going to focus on trying to make, you know, shiny hunting, or what they call it, not Celestial, whatever kind of shiny, whatever they're calling their shiny is, you know, that they're going to be putting a lot of mechanics into that. It's a single player experience. It'll be awesome to have some kind of competition. Just sucks it's going to be, you know, 2 years out. But I think once that drops, he's really going to make even a bigger name for himself, and hopefully get Nintendo to get their act together. Again, I have to remind myself that shinies do not have any real indication in this game, like they do in Arceus and ZA. So that's primarily what I shiny hunt in, is Arceus and ZA. this is where I can, yep. So I gotta go all the way up here to set up a picnic. I'm actually surprised I could see that was a shiny from up here. Dude, heck yeah. Come here, boy. Oh. It's a shiny that I love and hate. Because Clefairy is such a great Pokemon. And I hate that it's just the tip of its ears that are different. But that was very fast. I might have to shiny hunt another one just to evolve one of them. Beautiful. Critical capture. And I'm low-key scanning out to see if anyone else is shiny. Heck yeah. No more shinies. See, we haven't even hit that 60 Pokemon threshold yet. I usually wait until it says that there's not many left, and then that's when I typically stop. So I know I've knocked out more than 60. There's just so many spawning in. Wife is at work for another like hour and a half or so, and I finally got the puppy burned out. I've taken her on a ton of walks. She's slowly learning to, you know, venture outside of our house, like our yard area. We got her, I think, about 3 months ago, and for a long time she would only like be specifically in our yard. Like if she left our yard, she panicked. And now I can like walk her down the street, but once she loses sight of our house is when she starts to get worried. But I'm at least able to like take her out and get her to see, you know, something else. Try to burn some of her energy with a walk versus just, you know, having to wrestle with her for 20-30 minutes. I love playing with her, but my arms need to heal a little bit. So not many left. The nice thing is there's so many spawning in so quickly that I'm able to just like keep cranking them. I do hope that we get a Switch 2 version of this game. Just because it's really the update that allows us to have all these spawns. Like I would like a physical version that has this update on it. Just because I'm such a big physical collector. which again is kind of upsetting with Pokemon Pokopia, seeing that it's another game key card. Like, I wish I could just pay more. Can I just pay more? I'll give them the $16 that they say it costs to get the cartridge that has a 64 gigs on it. I'll pay that extra money. Give me the game on the cartridge. Just keeping a close eye on those ears. I think once I catch this one, I'll go to that DLC area and eat the was it sandwich or stew or whatever it is that they serve for like +1 to all shinies. My next big hunt in ZA is I'm looking for a I'm looking for a Howlucha, but unfortunately with Howlucha he is basically a bench reset. Like, I just got Grandpa and that was like knock him out. Strategy I saw was knock him out and then save right next to where he spawns and then save it like right before he respawns in, so that way every time he respawns in it is a different Grandpa. And that took me like a few days of just kind of like over and over and over again just rebooting the game. Never got him. After a few days finally popped up. But that's not fun to stream. You know, I don't think people want to see someone just reset a game for, 6 hours and not get anything. So I usually do that on my off time. And for Howlucha, there's a specific bench, like he's up on a roof, there's a alpha that'll appear. What am I doing? There's an alpha that'll appear, and you basically just bench reset. No one wants to watch someone just sit there and bench reset for forever. Again, it feels so weird pressing different buttons. But 20 minutes in, we've gotten one shiny already. I'm not too upset. Hopefully the second one will spawn pretty quickly. Just glad the puppy's still sleeping. It's been a pretty wild week at work. I'm a nurse. I work over in the PACU. So I take care of patients right after surgery, and we just kind of wake them up, make sure that their pain's okay, you know, make sure that everything's all right after they wake up. And it's been just a roller coaster these last couple weeks, and these last 2 days I worked have just been oh my gosh, exhausting. Very grateful I have today off. I work tomorrow. I'm also on call, so I'll probably get called in, but that's part of life. I use that money to buy more presents for my family. Try to figure out what I can do for Thanksgiving. My parents always cook for Thanksgiving, so I might try to be the one that makes breakfast for everyone because I'll be off. It's funny, the first shiny was so quick, and the second one's the one that's taken forever. And I have better chances with the second one. Watch, I'm gonna get used to all the button presses for Pokemon Scarlet, then I'll go back to Legend ZA and start pressing all the wrong buttons again. What on earth? Oh, is it because it's daytime? Oh, crap. Well, that sucks. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon spawning in down there, but I think we might have to go off to the next hunt. which he is right here. And like I said, I am going to eat that sandwich, or whatever it is that they serve. And you always want to save before, there we go, Academy Special. Catching Power, all types 2, Egg Power 1, but Sparkling Power, all types level 1. It's not the best, but you're not going for specific ones, and if I can catch this guy pretty quickly, I can turn around and start my next hunt. But you always want to save, because if 30 minutes go by and you don't get anything, you can always reset the game, get your points back, and then just reset that first hunt. Was he up here? So this Kramer is right here. Where is he? Okay. Oh, and I need to swap. So when you're hunting in the water, just use your water type. I just hope I remember to swap back to Gallade whenever I go to actually fight the shiny Cramorant. Oh wow, that makes him spawn out real fast. Holy crap. Cramorant is such a great shiny. I love his orange. Like, it's such a big contrast from his regular form. One thing that drives me crazy is shinies where it's like you almost can't tell the difference. I feel like if I can keep that number of Cramorant spawning over there, yeah, this should be a pretty quick hunt too. Give me a fast second shiny. Then we'll see how I'm doing on my timer. So I always kind of watch my Pokemon to make sure that they're knocking out the correct Pokemon. Then I also look at the text next to me to see where he's at in terms of, you know, knocking them out. Because once it says, you know, they're starting to go down, there's not many left, you know, you want to be able to read those texts, because sometimes you'll accidentally knock out too many and then they all disappear. So I've definitely had it where I've just kind of like, yeah, see, they're definitely getting lower. So now I'm close to my 60 mark. But I've had it where I've not really looked at it and seen that it says, you know, there's not many left, which after that you knock out like 15, 20, and then they all disappear. And I'll knock out that many, and then they all, you know, go away and have to start all over again. Then we'll come back over here, reset everything. My puppy changed positions, but she's still sleeping. Alright, as soon as I see there's not many left, I know I've gone over 60. And it's time to stop knocking them out. And now we play the picnic game. Come on, orange bird. And honestly, as silly as I think it might sound, I'd much rather just set up a picnic and just constantly over and over and over again, you know, take it down, throw it up, take it down, throw it up, than stare at a loading screen. Because staring at a loading screen in Pokemon ZA gets old very quickly. It's one of my work buddies playing some Fortnite. I think after this shiny, I will have filled 8 boxes. So that's 240 shinies, not including the 6 shinies on my team. So 246. I'm definitely glad that that new ZA DLC looks like it's like really good endgame content. So I'll be able to play that to hold me over for Pokemon Pokopia. Play that for a while, and I mean that's definitely not going to be something I'll be streaming a whole lot of or posting on YouTube, but it'll at least be a good Pokemon game to kind of run through, have fun. Then I'll just alternate between ZA, Arceus, and Scarlet. Until we get Gen 10. Unless they have some wild surprise that we're not aware of. Like saying, hey, all the previous games are on the eShop. Come pick it up. Right, kitty? Sorry, my cat keeps messing with me. We've been getting such great weather in Florida, man. Like right now, I have the AC on. It hasn't kicked on all day because my house is currently 71 degrees because it's so chilly outside. I have all the blinds open. So the cats are excited because they can see everything out back. In the backyard, they can see all the squirrels and lizards and all that running around. And I'm excited because my electric bill is going to be like $200 cheaper than it normally is. Puppy's excited because I can take her on long runs, and I get winded, but she gets that energy burned out of her system. Come on, orange bird. These will be a lot easier to notice than the Clefairy, because Clefairy just has that like slight change in their ears, but a big orange blob in the water will be much easier to notice. My puppy just got up and walked away, so she's probably having an accident somewhere. I'll deal with it in a little bit. How much time we got? 10 minutes. lady? What you doing? You have 3 cats, 1 dog. I have my eldest right next to me. He is 14 years old. The puppy is the youngest. She is 5 months. No, she's actually turning 6 months. Or just turned 6 months. It's November. Alright, game. Any second you can give me a shiny. I know it ain't ZA, but you can at least drop something. I think Cramorant's one of those Pokemon that has an attack that knocks himself out, so I definitely gotta be careful with him and save beforehand. Let me go see what my dog has done. I'll be right back. I heard we're in some kind of trouble. Ooh, sorry about that. Usually my dog will, she has a spot that she likes to, you know, have her accidents. And we don't mind because it's on the tile by the front door. Not really where anybody walks. But nope, she decided to have an accident on the carpet, which I had to absorb with a crap ton of paper towels. But it's my fault. I should have walked her. Now she's finally laying down. Again. I got 42 seconds left on that sandwich, so I'm about to reboot the game because I got a whole lot of nothing out of it. Yep. On that note, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Making sure my puppy's behaving. Looking at me like she's guilty of something. Academy special, please. See, that's why I always save before I eat this. What you doing? It's one of these buttons. I'll figure it out at some point. She's such a dork. This puppy's so weird. It's chewing on the base of the chair. It's funny, I see the Pokemon in the distance and you go, ooh, shiny, nope. Not a Cramorant. Alright, they're starting to go down. It's so funny. We started the stream off so strong. Like, I got that first Chansey, like, almost immediately. And it's been nothing since. Come on, orange. Nope. Hopefully this time it'll be pretty quick. I'm hoping to get it soon, because then I can go back to check out the Clefairy. Because it's nighttime right now, so they'll be out. Puppy just stared at me like, why aren't you playing with me? So we passed the 60 threshold. Now we reset. I saw, what was it? Yeah, yesterday actually, the Super Mario trailer dropped. The second one for Galaxy. I'm so pumped for that movie, man. I got my Rosalina tattoo, and it'll be nice to finally have people not ask me if it's a Princess Peach. Nothing. Just waiting for that beautiful orange bird to pop up. Still got 18 minutes on that meal. surprising with how many cramorants are spawning in that we haven't had one pop yet. Oops. There we go. Now with him taking this long to spawn in, we're gonna run out of the meal bonus, and it's gonna become daytime, so I can't go back to Clefairy. That's a funny thing. I feel like we're just so spoiled with the way things are in Legend ZA right now, with shinies just like popping left and right, that we forget that it takes a little bit of time in other games. And even Scarlet and Violet are known for being fairly fast in terms of shiny spawns. Thankfully, she went back to sleep. Dog has been killing me with her accidents lately. Man, it's been like an hour of trying to get one Pokemon. That's wild. Which again goes back to me saying that we've been kind of spoiled with ZA. And it's like, oh, just keep spawning in really quick and oh look, 5 shinies. Sometimes it's nice to feel like you have to do that grind to get someone to spawn, and then it's also nice to just like those those off chances where you just kind of show up and it's like boom, it's already there. I feel like after this I might have to do a water sandwich. It's like a part of me wants to quickly just throw up the next picnic, but I also know if I do it too fast, I might accidentally set it to go whenever a shiny spawns. Oh, finally. Oh my gosh. When I was finally about to give up. There he is. Beautiful. See, as soon as you see him, you know. Ah. See if we can put him to sleep. Maybe that'll help. Nope. Man, this dude does not want to get in the ball. It's funny, I was looking up what kind of sandwich to use next for him and another Pokemon I might hunt, and he spawned in. Nope. Dude, this guy does not like to be caught. This is insane. Why does he have such a low catch rate? Alright, let's do this. It's wild I've gone through that many luxury balls and he won't get in. I think I might be able to hunt like one more Pokemon and then I'll have to jump off. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. I tried so hard last time. He would not get in the ball. First time this try. Alright, I don't think there's anyone else here that I was really clamoring for, although, let me go see if I can spawn another shiny in while it's still, I guess, kind of dark. Let's see if the game still thinks it's dark. Do this until they disappear, and then I'll have to run somewhere else. Oh, it looks like that's it. I see other people spawning in. Yeah. All right. So we got Piplup, Scyther. I think this might be a good one. Are they in a KO, I'm guessing? I think we'll just be nice and make a sandwich for this one. Alright, poison fire. Green pepper. So let's step out. Save, of course. Oh, this isn't how I do my sandwiches. Create, so green, red, yellow, as well as I think 2 more green, and we'll do salty, spicy, a couple more salt. So a very peppery sandwich. Look at all these peppers. Sandwich like this don't need no top bun, because that definitely looks like poison. I would never eat that. There we go. Sparkly title and encounter all poison. Heck yeah. Let's swap over to Galer. So I'm no longer on water. And I really hope I can notice the shiny Salandit because he's so tiny. And I do want Salazzle to know if she wants to pop up as a shiny, I would not be upset. That's right in here. It's funny, you got all these ghastly out here, but it's impossible to see the difference on this game. With Ghastly, I stick with Legends Arceus and Legends ZA in terms of finding shinies. Starting to go down. Stinks he can't cook nothing in the cave. You always gotta step outside to pop open your picnic. Goofy, what you doing? Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna take my dog for a quick walk just to get her to pee. And then I will try to finish this out. I'll be right back. Like 1 minute. Alright, we are back. Like I said, real quick. Thankfully, when she's got to go, I know she can go pretty fast. Did learn a good way to get your Pokemon to stop auto-battling if you think they might, you know, strike the wrong Pokemon, is to just open up your menu or something and it automatically makes them stop. As much as I love Toxtricity, I hate that he's spawning like next to the packs of Salandit. Dude, that was fast. Wow. Holy cow. And I'm surprised I was able to notice it like that. Please be a girl. Please be a girl. You're a boy. Without fail. There ain't no way it's gonna be a girl. Oh, there you are. I'm being attacked by a cat and a dog. Alright, on that note, I think I'm done shiny hunting. Actually, let me see how much sandwich I have left. Maybe I can squeeze out one more so I'll land it. Oh, I have a lot of time left. Holy cow. Alright, let's run out here. I'll reset this a few more times. But I do have someone that wants me to show off my shiny boxes. And I did promise them a long time ago I would do it. I haven't done it. Man, I feel like I could sit here too and just hunt Ghastly, but Ghastly is so hard to differentiate with what's shiny and what's regular. Reset this picnic a few more times. I'm already hour and 50 in. But then I'll show off my shiny boxes so you guys can see everything I've collected up to this point. So I do believe I have filled quite a few boxes. So I think about like 240-ish. What is that Salazzle doing? She would have gone wild. This will be the last time. Just know my puppy's a little more awake and now she's going to need some attention. Hey, 3 shinies in 2 hours. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not horrendous. Alright, that spawned in a lot, so I lied. This will be the last time. But yeah, 3 shinies in 2 hours. I mean, it sucks, but we get so used to how much easier it feels like each game kind of makes shiny hunting that when we backtrack a little bit, you get almost disappointed, but it's good to remember that, you know, this is just how things were At least I am playing like the OG games where it's like a week of trying. I remember when, what was it, BDSP came out, and I was going for my, I wanted to start off with my shiny Chimchar, and I spent an entire week. My wife like dang near beat the game before I even started. But alright, it looks like that's it for shiny hunting today. But like I said, I will now go over my boxes to show off what I've collected up to this point. I'll start from the end and work my way back, because that's kind of how I work things through when I put them in this game. So we got our beautiful Chansey right here. Smeargle, one of my favorites, which they did show the new Smeargle for Pokopia, which he looks awesome. He's just in so many different colors. Scizor, Alolan Slowpoke, looking great. Florges, which this one I actually caught like as soon as I showed up to the hunt. Dude, she spawned in. Rockruff, another solid one. Sandslash. Was this Hisuian Quillfish, another great shiny. Screamtail, which is exactly what I did when I had her spawn in. I screamed. Another Cramorant. Copperajah. Hariyama. Deerling. I have a few of the different colors, which we'll get into those. Oddish, which the Oddish line is always one of my favorites. Abomasnow. Tinkatuff. Tinkatank, which I caught 3 Tinkatanks, evolved one, and then I gave another one to my wife because she wanted it. Toadschool, who I think is probably like the best of the new shinies. There's just something about him that, I mean, he's just such a stupid Pokemon. I love it. Politoed, another form of Deerling. Flamigo, this one I was not hunting at all. I just happened to run past it and said, wait a minute, I feel like his color's a little off. Rookidee, another Hariyama. Hoot Hoot. Phalanx, he's always a great one. He was one of the first ones I actually hunted. Fluttermane, I did use that cheap way of getting Fluttermane to appear to get this one. Venomoth, I tried to knock this one out, actually, and it kept saying that I couldn't knock him out because he was sitting under a tree. I thought it wasn't a shiny. I thought it was just, you know, the shade casting onto the Pokemon, because it's so hard to differentiate shinies in this game. Dratini, that's one of the first ones I hunted. Steenie was the first shiny I caught in this game. And my wife and I both caught a Murkrow the same day. Neither of us were shiny hunting. He just happened to appear. So that's that box. Let's jump over to this one. Oops. So we got Meowstic, Venonat, Rhyhorn. I never hunt Rhyhorn. There's just so many of him in the new DLC that he just constantly pops up as shiny. Tarantula, which I love this form. I hate his evolved form. Luxio, Gloom, Rowlet, the best Pokemon. I have loved Charmander my entire life, and then the second that they announced Rowlet, man, he just took the cake. Lapras. Speaking of Charmander, I did not catch this one. My wife, as it says original trainer there, Amy, my wife traded this to me because she was hunting him. Slackoth, Muck, or a Alolan Muck, I should say. Girafarig, Mabostiff, which he's an awesome shiny. I love him. I love the dogs. Arcanine, Heracross. I think, I'm not a big bug person, but I think the bugs make some of the best shinies. Speaking of bugs, Yanma, Eevee, Orthworm, and another Orthworm, which I never name. I'm like the only person that does not name their shinies. I did name one of my Orthworms Orthworm Jim. Graveyard, Furret, Mimikyu. I remember I hunted this on one of my streams I have posted on YouTube. I was hunting this Mimikyu for so long. I was like, alright, I give up. I stopped the stream. The next time I reset, Mimikyu spawns. Phantump, Grimmsnarl, Tauros in that beautiful puke green, Crocodile, Komala. Got a couple Indeedis here. And of course, Rapska, who is a phenomenal new Pokemon in this game. Which I do have a second one. Delibird, always a solid shiny. Hakamo'o, Toxel, one of my favorites. Gyarados, Lechonk. As you see, I went pretty hard on going after them Lechonks. Another Orthworm. Sudowoodo. I was not hunting him, I don't think. I think he just kind of spawned in when I was hunting someone else. And I said, of course I'm going for him. Same thing with Yanma. I never hunt Yanma. I just always have him spawn when I'm hunting someone else. Snover I was hunting, and I almost didn't notice that he was a shiny because it's so subtle on him in this game. Sliggoo, Stunjorner, I probably said that wrong. Fido, looking a little crispy. Dugtrio, Execute, Executor, and of course Alolan Executor, one of my favorites. He's so dorky. We got Palmy, Tentacool, Grubbin, Stantler, Ekans, Arbok, another Tauros, another phenomenal shiny Psyduck, Go-Go, which I think he is a solid shiny. I love seeing him appear. Altaria, I'm not gonna lie, I do hate the Swablu line. I never get excited to see them. Drifloon, Alolan Grimer, Litleo, Parishuru, I always say that wrong. Morpeko, another Morpeko, Shinx, we got Vullaby, Dedenne, Pineco, Squovit, and then we got a couple Tauros in here. Noivern, another Noivern, Espatha, I'm sure I said that wrong, Frostlass, of course another goat, Sylveon, Mightyena, Sentret, Lombre, which I did catch him as a Lotad and then evolved him, Sandslash, Sandshrew, Lucario and Lucario, Charcadet, which he is so hard to find, man. Like, you have to look at the eyeballs. When you were looking for shinies and you have a shiny that's running around that's this big and you're looking at just a little bit of like change in the color of their eyes, it sucks. Larvesta, Floatzel, Beldum, another goat. Like, his whole line is so great as a shiny. Roaring Moon, I caught him way faster than I expected. And back to Drifloon. The Dunsparce. Only 2 links. Dondozo, who is one of my favorite shinies in this game. I always get pumped to see him. Finizen. Dunsparce. Lotad. We got a Pyroar. Zweilous. Gibble. Glimmet. And Glimora. Another Glimmet. Larvesta. Vrelor, one of the coolest Pokemon. I love that he rolls a shiny ball of poop. Or a golden ball of poop, I should say. Chingling. Houndstone. Capsakid. Crabominable. Another Crabominable. Gibble. Howlucha, which I am currently shiny hunting an alpha in ZA. Hopefully I can get him soon. Tentacruel, I was not hunting this one. He interrupted me shiny hunting someone else. Vileplume, Sneasel, Ursaring, Petalo, Tyrogue, which I am bad. I need to evolve some of these guys. Timber, Dunsparce, and yep, that was me repeating. And again, we go back to a couple more Timbers. I need to evolve them. I think one has to be evolved through trading. Tandemaus, Applin, 3 Bombardier. I actually had all 3 of these spawn at the same time. The first time I've had 3 shiny spawn at the same time. Alolan Grimer, Wugtrio, one of the coolest new ridiculous Pokemon. Hatterene, Bisharp, Survivor, Zangoose, another Smeargle, as well as a Scraggy, sorry. Couple more Alolan Slowpoke, Magneton, Inkay, Crabrawler, another Screamtail, Gibble, Electabuzz. I was not hunting him, he just kind of spawned for me. Male Pyroar, Scovillian, Sliggoo, Cyclizar, Spidops, who I'm not crazy about, Knucklestack, Snorunt, and then we go back to the beginning. And this one was, oh my gosh, frustrating. I cannot see the difference. Poltergeist shiny, I'll take their word for it. It's like the slightest hint difference. Graveler, Milcery, another Lapras, Cubchoo, Flareon, who's also a hard to see shiny. Then we got Chewtle, Slowbro, Veluza, Sandygast, as well as Palisand. So I just caught a couple of Sandygast and evolved one. Neckley, as well as a Cloth, who I think is really awesome. I love him as a shiny in this. Vaporeon, Alolan Executor, and then I got a couple Alola Mola at the same time. I think I have a YouTube short on that. Minior, which was a nightmare to hunt, as you can probably expect. Frigibax, King Gambit, as well as Oinkologne, Sandy Shocks, Tropius, couple of Brute Bonnets in here, Grookey, Blossom, and then of course we did the events to get the Tinglu, Qianpao, Wu-Chen, and oh, I didn't organize them that way with all of them together. Clodsire, Wooper, Quagsire, Wooper, Charcadet, and then thankfully there was a Toxtricity hunt and both appeared for me, so I got Toxtricity and Toxtricity. Great Tusk, who's just so great. Iron Thorns, I actually had to hunt this on my wife's account. So she has Violet, I have Scarlet. And I sat there and hunted on her account with my character just kind of standing by to catch it. Flygon, Chiyu, Graveler, Dugtrio, Tepig, Persian, which that's a ridiculous shiny. It's so hard to tell the difference. You have to look at the ears. Another Lucario. I got a couple of Seadra in one run. I caught my own Slackoth, Slitherwing, Koraidon. So you actually get the opposite version. So I got Miraidon, my wife got Koraidon, and we traded so we could have the shinies of our version. Dugtrio, Dachshund, Drifloon, the greatest Pokemon. Camerupt, I caught him just the other day actually. Rhyhorn, Clefairy that I caught on this stream, Cramorant that I caught on this stream, and Salandit that I caught on this stream. So that is so far all of the shiny Pokemon that I have caught. Oops, I lied. I have my team. I have my Gallade, Great Tusk, Toadscroll, Trevenant, Gyarados, and Annihilate. So that is everyone that I have shiny hunted in terms of Pokemon Scarlet, and Legends EA is quickly catching up to what I've gotten, because I mean every time you boot that game up you get like 5 shinies. I think I'm at probably 4 full boxes now, one of which is just alphas. But thank you guys again for jumping on, chatting with me, watching the stream. I hope you had fun. I did. Thank you so much. God bless, and have an awesome week.